Greetings, boys and girls. Welcome to our first FARC stream of 2019. Tonight we've got qualifying for the Lowe Dollar Series season opener at San Antonio, Remembrance Field. Hooray.
Lest we forget to Remembrance Field.
And I am joined by the Peanut Gallery on the EFR Discord. And hello to everybody in the YouTube chat.
But Siege, what if we're allergic to peanuts?
I'm a
Well,
pistachio.
we'll just have to deal with that as it comes up.
The Pistachio Gallery.
There you go.
Just get Rod Blagojevich to make a commercial for it. Nothing weird will come to that.
Alright, we got 45 cars entered for 40 spots. Got a pair of 15-minute sessions. I'm not sure yet if I'm just going to run these two sessions or lock in, say, the top 30 and then run a third last chance session. We'll see what we feel like doing.
Was there a withdrawal?
Yes, there was a car that I did not get.
Okay.
Hate to see it happen.
But it was an entry that's probably not going to contend for the championship anyway.
And then just say the 89 showed up but didn't actually go out for qualifying. If you want to list it as a DNQ, go for it. Or rather, he did not attempt.
It looks like Todd Stater in the number 66 is the first one to hit the track. In the new Ren Insurance colors for this year.
That car looks pretty decent, actually.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
It's kind of throwbacky.
Guessing that's
Like-
one of Dave's.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
And
looks like a kind of number he would choose.
Next on track is Carrie Fenton back in the 64 M&J ride. Not full-time, we understand. She hasn't
I'd
been
like
able
it
to put the money
if-
together for a full run, but we'll see her in a few races.
I love that hood logo on the 64.
I do too.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I hate my browser.
Going to the top of the boards after the first minute. Well, it's Carrie Fenton now, but briefly it was Archer Helms back in the 74 for the Freya and Saito team. That is now FSD after Armand Dilper bought into the team. Archer Helms, of course, is the reigning FARC Truck Series champion.
Cannot read the numbers on that car at all. Those numbers are not very
Fine, the one on the
I would
side.
love to be able to
but-
see the car, but unfortunately my internet is not giving me access to that.
56 cars. You can read everything on it, just about.
Yeah.
Also, briefly
Alright,
on
I'm not
top
good.
is Mauro Adachi joining the number 98 Walker, Texas racing team, the championship winning team from last year with Mark Thompson. However, Thompson has moved over to Gulf Motorsports after the Ron oil spill.
I see a particular 3 car in the background.
No word as to whether or not Liv Eklund has continued to throw shade at Mark Thompson from the Master Cup garage.
However, he is here at the track. And is actually pretty fast.
I love that 3 car, by the way. That is the great kind of awful.
Yes. That is Christopher Holter from the FARC Super Series last year. Be going for a championship run in the Lowe Dollar Series, sharing that car with Mo Lester on occasion.
Mo running for Senate again, or?
Unfortunately, his bid failed, but he is doing his own show over at Christline, so it's not like he's unemployed.
If I may ask, which car was it that you didn't get?
The Harv Henry car.
Who's that?
One of Hetzel's back markers.
Oh.
Oh, it's a back marker, doesn't matter.
Yeah, it does. Are you kidding?
Yes, it
Back-
does.
Back marker lives matter.
How about that?
Like,
Hierarchy's like a pyramid. And the back markers be on the bottom. Facts.
And now leading the session is Billy Ray Smith Thompson. Was he the runner-up in last year's championship? I
Yes.
think he was.
Yes.
I believe he was.
Yes, he was.
Billy Ray
Because if-
Smith, I barely missed out on a Master Cup ride, Thompson.
If I remember correctly, he was leading the race. He was fighting for the win, and then his engine gave out and gave the win to somebody.
Yes.
Dude, oh, that would have been so good.
Because the other two competitors wrecked out, and they could not compete in the rest of the race. That's my.
No. I was remarking on the part of Billy Ray Smith Thompson almost being in Master Cup.
Yeah.
Oh.
Had he pulled it off, almost certainly would have been in.
Anthony Griffith and the unbranded SAR.
They wouldn't tell us what manufacturer it was.
Yeah, but this is FARC, where manufacturer involvement is limited to maybe 1 or 2 teams. But the rest, who cares?
Oh, I need to send you the one. There was one of the other 68 cars that I painted that was it was a Lennard, but without any stickers.
Would that have been for Wodarchik?
Probably.
All right.
It doesn't really matter if you end up using that car or not.
So Mauro Adachi sits second in an Andy Pearson Racing sandwich. Third is Nicholas Radcliffe, the Truck Series runner-up from last year.
That's a weird looking car, but it doesn't look bad.
What, the 98 or the 2?
2 car.
So all cars in this session have taken laps now. David Bloom sits on the bottom for Team Burr.
212 cars. Is that Ruiz again?
Yes, that
Runner
is
one-off?
that is Tim Ruiz. He'll be running the Master Cup companion races. Xavier Ruiz will be in the car for the rest of its schedule.
Yeah, he's got making his Hastert Racing debut.
Getting
Damn,
a
that
little
61 looks good in game.
That car looks fantastic.
I'll say the 61 and the 45. I'd say that car looks good, but that livery's pretty old.
Yeah, that's an
Still
old
works.
Cup base, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's-
it's based off an old. I think it's an old Rusty Wallace base,
really.
and it still has Ahmadinejad riding a missile like a bucking bronco.
It's one of FARC's most iconic schemes for well over a decade at this point.
Not to mention one of the more ridiculous the more you look at it, especially since he's riding the missile backwards.
They never said Ahmadinejad was a smart man.
You always get it right the first time. Though most times, the first time's all you got.
Good old I'm a denim jacket.
There's
Ahmadinejad, former president of Iran and Twitter shitposter.
Yeah.
There's Rip Tyler sitting fourth on the boards right now. Power Surge America winless last year. Jim Kidd moved down to the Super Series this year. His new teammate is Skeeter Farnsworth here in the 24.
That 69 looks amazing.
51 car looks nice too. That car is really sharp.
The Tony Long
yeah,
car.
it was good in midfield.
That is a really sharp looking car.
Even though it's heavily inspired by one of Natalie Decker's schemes.
Yeah, that doesn't really matter.
Here's another
Close
look at
call
that.
there.
Here's another look at that 0069.
Hell yeah.
Anti-monkey butt powder.
I see the FARC rubber and the Master Cup rubber don't exactly cooperate. 71 car is proving that sometimes you don't need to change the paint job every year.
And the 7 for that matter.
Yeah. Gravity Racing has a pretty unique Master Cup livery as well.
Oh, the Surge one?
Yeah.
That car actually looked better than you said it was going
I
to.
thought that car was going to look like a complete disaster because of the colors there, but it actually turned out not looking too bad.
Yeah, that looked really good.
I might want to use the same numbers on both cars because I don't know who painted that, the FARC.
I
What?
cannot read the numbers on that
I
23
cannot
car.
either, yeah. I had to look at the thing to see what number that was.
Blame Olenek. But
Okay.
yeah, this
Well,
is
Lennox, this is your fault.
yes.
Yeah, red on black does not work.
Ew.
Red, black outline on, which is, well, his Master Cup car has the opposite
Like-
problem.
Like, if the
I-
numbers were white, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But that just looks like a blob.
or even a brighter shade of red.
Now, that wouldn't solve the issue, I don't think.
Red's not a very stable color,
Yeah, that's true.
which is why it looks great as a primary color, but not as color for a number.
Oh,
Usually looks bad,
Griesberger's
except
back.
unless if it's on.
Yay, Griesberger's back.
That's Griesberger back on Mason Yokoyama, who won the pole for this race last year.
And most likely an Independence Trophy candidate as soon as I can be bothered to go through that thread. Still not. I kind of like the driver rating system you got for FARC. I might adopt that. I should throw
Which part of it?
the driver ratings part.
Ah,
I really like that, except there's one thing I might change to make the Speedway and Super Speedway ones a little more appealing.
how so?
Combine them.
Ah,
Because there aren't many of them, but if you choose to spend the points there, it'll apply to both.
all right.
And I also, I'm probably going to use that bullring track for a Minnesota round. It was released as like Bullring Speedway and Edgewater. They're edits of the same track, or one's an edit of the other. It's kind of like a 1 mile quad oval with a shit ton of banking. And the turns are kind of sharp.
Yes.
This is,
Next
bumping.
one into the wall.
Oh, that's not going to make Taylor very happy.
Got a massive run on
Oh,
quad.
we're
Oh,
wrecking
they
it.
got a wreck in the pit.
Sean Griswold just wiped out the 51.
Yep, dumped Tony Long right into the pit.
Wiped the 51 out like Tom Brady wiped out the San Antonio Siege in the Super Bowl, probably. Because that's just what happens.
I'll go with that.
Same.
Nobody has challenged the top 4 yet, with under 3 minutes left.
But wouldn't the
Nothing
San
like
Antonio Siege be an AAF team?
No.
Not necessarily.
No, they don't have to be.
Mark Thompson's making
Because they're active.
Mark Thompson is making Gulf Motorsports look very good right now, putting that car 6th.
How long is that car going to be around?
For first 3 races.
Beyond that, who knows?
Yeah. Definitely first 3 races.
Alright.
But we don't know. That car, I don't know. But Mark Thompson is definitely going to be around for those first 3 races. And then...
Okay, because they might have a driver and paint job I might want to pitch to that car for the Canada race.
Would you allow it, Siege?
Sure.
Alright.
Because there was a paint job that I put in that Iraq Camaro set that was very Canadian themed that I really, really liked, and I wanted to throw it in that car, throw it on a FARC car, and forgot to put it on the 68.
Team Timothy takes over the 1 car for a race.
Well, yeah, if that was, yeah, because they're hell bent on winning the Canada round, but they're also giving laps to Durian Ridman and his legion of fans, and some second generation guys like Stefan Waterchick. Even though they're running Inglesby cars. Not a whole lot of factory backing, but doesn't matter.
So I've got 2 drivers in the top 5. I can live with this.
Woo! 38 car massive slide.
I should note that Mark Thompson is
Something
Mark
happened to
Thompson is under investigation for some tax issue.
Yeah.
And the drill sergeant did well to lock everything up and keep from making that spin worse.
Discipline.
So
Discipline.
it was the that's the 2 Andy Pearson cars getting together with the guy renting space out of Pearson's shop.
If you wanted to have like radio commentary, if for Enola, you just find the nearest Sergeant Hartman sound.
Yeah.
I don't know about that NOLA lap.
Yeah, that didn't look that good. I would say that is incredibly questionable.
Very, very much on the bubble there.
Are you using realistic weather or fixed?
Fixed.
Okay. Cloudy 68F, Southwest 8. Okay. Because if the other session was clear, then I'd say Enola's lap's probably safe.
Yeah, I've been debating whether or not to run the 2 sessions with different weather or just with the same weather.
Yeah. I did that once for Cariala where I had them all different weather, and that affected. And one of them was like cloudy, and like everyone from that session was like in the top, like 8 out of the top 10 were from that session. And then I never did it again.
Taylor Swift Superdome.
Yep.
Before we
that's
get
what that track was before
Yeah.
it was
converted, edited.
edited, repurposed,
Mystic.
converted.
Actually, would one of you be able to send that my way when you get a chance?
I think it's been in NRO3
available.
files for quite a while. Like
It's
one of the
available
older cars.
on if you
I'm
think
talking
it's
about
Mystic.
Remembrance
Yeah,
Field,
you're
not
talking
Taylor.
about
Oh, Remembrance Field. Oh yeah, no, I don't have.
No,
that.
I think it's been in NRO3 files for quite some time.
I'm talking about Taylor Swift.
I know, and that's
know
not
that.
what I want.
Yeah, and I was telling Mike, I think that's been sitting in NRO3 files for a real long time.
I'm gonna have to dig through and find that.
If not, it's on my media fire. I know it's up there. I PM'd or DM'd Mystical about like, hey, mind if I fix this? Like some of your objects are also not well optimized at all. Never got a reply. Apparently, he's supposedly really good about giving returns. I was like, okay, I guess not.
All right.
too.
So here are the full results from session number 1. My big bad spreadsheet of doom. So it's Billy Ray Smith Thompson on top. Mauro Adachi getting Kurt Walker's championship defense off to a good start, despite not having driven a FARC car for quite a few years.
I think if you got a 16.5 on the board, you're fine. I wouldn't worry if the only in Yokoyama, Enola, Chester, and Bloom are the only people that gotta worry.
Yokoyama only needs to be faster than 1 or 2 cars in this session.
Yeah, and that's only if you just do this qualifying session. It also depends on.
Cry myself to sleep at night. Hi,
It also
guys.
depends on
Hello.
whether or not this field is actually weaker.
I think there might be fewer heavy hitters in this session.
You have Kuznetsov though.
You have
68
Mark.
car, which is a question mark.
The 03 is
There's
basically
really
Phil
only
Nelson
three
from
names
last
in
year,
here
so
that there's 3 names in this session that could really go to the top.
Yeah, I think Perry Jones is a good shot.
The 3 car turned out looking okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
that's
a
good.
lot. Yeah,
Oh, there we go.
the
That's
03,
77.
the 03, yeah, there's a real nice place for your eyes to rest on it.
Hey everybody, what's going on?
Round
Round.
2.
31 doesn't look too bad either.
I'm proud of the 3, but I still think I made it too simple. But it's effect. Oh, the 99.
Tiny number syndrome.
I don't mind that. That like you can still read them. Yeah, on the door anyway, tiny numbers. But it's also partially with this camera angle, which
They
I
look
need
really
to.
squished on the 99.
Yeah, I also need to fix these camera angles. They suck.
Any idea when you might have posted it? Cause like I'm back
A
to.
long time, a year ago probably.
Can't you search it?
It also might be in the other files
Okay.
channel. It might be in there. And if not, I know I have it. It's nice to see Jeff Burton's gain car from whenever coming back for no reason.
His what?
Did you
The 9 car.
Oh,
did you change
That's what
Did
it
you-
looks like.
did you change the name of the file, or is it?
I have no idea. I know it's on my MediaFire and I know where it is and that, so.
I just found your media fire, so.
Okay. It'd be either under, it'd be like TS Superdome edits or Remembrance Field, something like. That 22 car doesn't look too bad. Reminds me of a bold Brian Vickers car, but it's not.
Hashtag Vickernism.
Throwback to when Brian Vickers killed Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Jimmy Johnson at Talladega. Those were the
46
golden.
car.
Those. Oh,
pretty
One
much
too
the same
many
as last
outlines on
year's.
the. One too many outlines on the numbers in that car. Other than that car's amazing. Yeah, and it doesn't wrap. Paint job doesn't wrap around the back, which annoys the hell out of me.
That's funny. I usually double outline my numbers, but the only difference is I don't make the outlines that big.
Yeah,
Daniel
no,
Sharp P4.
I'll say it's also the font that was chosen.
And there's Daniel Sharp with the blue roof flaps.
That actually looks pretty funny.
Yes. Yes,
Not much.
the roof flaps do come as a paintable layer
I
on,
saw
on
that, and I
that
was like, I
on that
gotta do
template.
this.
In case you want to engage in those shenanigans.
That car came out really well.
Oh, and here's the return of the Empire Drive the Dream Team.
Yes.
For this first race, they have enlisted one Dick Kroll. Again,
bruh.
if you are not familiar with the Drive the Dream program, Empire Rent-A-Car takes random civilians who have never driven a race car before and enter them in this car. And he is outperforming the two Team Burr cars of John Burr and Bobby Dwyer right now. So not a bad start.
By
Actually, I
pretty
think he's
significant margin,
41st right
too.
now.
Siege, where's Mark?
M.
The,
Mark
the,
is 13th.
the Team Burr
Oh,
cars.
hi, Mark.
The team, the Team Burr cars are held together with duct tape and hope, though.
I think they could afford duct tape. It's spit.
Duct tape.
And guts.
So Aubrey Wood still on top. Let's see
Oh,
if that.
what's
I'm
that?
gonna take a look at if that's good enough for the poll.
630
No, it
car.
is
I
not.
think
No.
that's 3/10 off.
630 car looks really good.
Brandon Crasta and the Krusty
Yeah.
Krab pizza machine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember there were a lot of 16
For you and
under
me.
in the first section.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking through your media fire and I'm not seeing it.
It might be. It might be in the pre-released folder, which I moved out of the tracks folder. So, which I moved that somewhere else. I'll get it. I'll get it later. I know I zipped it up. The only things I know I need to fix. I need to fix the LPs for the Master Cup cars and the cameras because they're terrible.
So I heard a rumor that the Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. That's just a rumor.
The
The
99 is
pop
running too
delivery.
fast.
Ridman.
Yes, there's
Ridman,
Ridman in 6th.
first Legion Master himself.
Got a car in the wall. 36 of
Twin.
Lawrence Allen.
During Ridman, the first twin Imperial driver in the series. That was a whole chain reaction there. I think everyone got away with most of it.
Clint Boyer smoking in the race.
I don't know why, but I always like the numbers in that 13 car. And really, there's really no reason why. They're just pleasing to the eye.
Oh, that 72 car.
Yep, the 72 car's hilarious. I love it.
Is that does that say Dwyer's Speedway Laundromat or whatever?
Yes, it does.
Love it.
Nice.
Absolutely love it.
Numbers need to be a different color, but
No, they
Kevin
don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
That's amazing. Yeah, Kevin Dwyer's moved to being a barnstormer.
Welcome to Kevin Dwyer's Nitro Circuit. Today, he's gonna beat the shit out of.
And not sure how many Master Cup races he'll run, or if he'll be at all the races in that the 72 Master Cup car shows up to. Might have somebody else run a race or two in that.
Who, Kevin
Oh.
or Bobby?
And there's also Brad.
Bobby.
There's also Brad.
Oh,
What do you think? Who's the better Dwyer in the team?
Bobby.
Obviously, Bob.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, there is Brad Dwyer.
Cooper. In the ASCC stream, we discussed the idea of a Bobby Miller III Jr. popping up somewhere in the near future. What do you think?
That would just be Bobby Miller the Fourth.
No, Bobby Miller III Jr.
No,
Yes.
that was my wonderful idea, by the way.
Alp.
Bobby Miller the 3 Jr. Yes.
Bobby Miller
Oh
the
my god,
Dale.
I loved that.
Bobby Miller the Dale Jr.
In the 8
You know what?
car.
If you want, I will field a car for him, and I don't care.
Best lap. Yeah, Ridman should be
Oh.
fine. 16.4.
There's Kuznetsov.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Nietsov and
Cozy.
Oh, bye, Mark.
Nietsov, his Master Cup car's been doing all right.
I again must break kayfabe.
They're reasonably competent in testing.
Mark's an FBI agent. He's Ellison's allotted handler by the FBI, and you know that, and we all know that.
Living cartoon character Truman Ellison.
Not cartoon character, actual alien. He does his movies to learn how mankind behaves. He just wants to be a human. He became a driver because he wanted to meet people.
So you're saying he's a billionaire rich guy like Richard Branson?
Yes,
I didn't know Poland
but
was in outer
not
space.
human. Not human. Just not human.
No, billionaire rich guy.
Richard Branson is not human. Therefore, Truman Ellison is not
Apparently,
human.
Bobby Miller
Ooh, we got
III
some.
Jr. Or I'm sorry, Bobby Miller III Jr. is sponsored by Roy Inc. Apparently,
Literally who?
it's in the comments.
Moving on.
Yeah, move on.
Bleh.
More I see that not yeah, still got the pocket livery on the 68.
That Pokken livery is fantastic.
It looked really weird in car viewer, but in game it doesn't look so bad, but that might just be because it doesn't have too many bright colors on it. It's just kind of a dark gray with the lighter gray and a bit of orange on it.
Noah Dalitz has jumped up into third.
That's a tacky looking car that I will not ever question.
That 99 is just way higher than I expected it to ever hit.
Maybe Enola's lap is safe. What's the slowest time so far?
Slowest is Bobby Dwyer's 17.9.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Enola's more than safe at this point. Doesn't have anything to worry about.
I like the look of the 93.
It's a very good car.
I like the look of the 9, and just not necessarily where it's going though. We got a long ways to go.
Oh, Kuznetsov to third.
Bumper tag.
Yes.
It was a pretty big bumper tag.
Kuznetsov to third, and that's easily in the race. He doesn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but like third to 10th are separated by 600ths.
Yeah.
So
Basically, it's a toss-up, and we still have like 2.5 minutes left.
I think
no one from this session is getting the pole.
no.
I'm
but
a simple
maybe
man. I
group
see
one,
blue and orange color scheme. I
Kuznetsov
like.
P1.
be like 20th compared to the first.
Yeah, Colin, I've seen some blue and orange paint jobs that look pretty terrible.
Yeah, Kuznetsov went to the top of the time chart.
Yep. Still not good enough for the pole, though.
But
How much was the poll time? Because I
16
missed the
dead.
It was a 16-0.
Fuck.
I think that run is still top 10, maybe top 5.
Yeah.
Well, the top 5 in the first session were all under 16.3.
Yeah.
Okay, so 6th.
So it's probably 6th, maybe.
Probably gonna start around like 6 to like 12th, something around.
That I think it's 6th because Griffith was 6th with like a 16.32 or something like that.
Oh, so it's gonna be either 6th or 7th because it's either him or someone that hasn't qualified.
Did I actually get that right?
I think you did.
Oh,
Because if I remember correctly, the top 5 in the first session were Billy Ray, Mauro Adachi. Oh, crap! Now I can't remember.
I know Thompson was 5th with a 16.29.
No, Taylor was 5th.
You look at the bottom of the charts again.
Well, we'll see in a minute, Ryan.
So, here's what we got. Yeah, Matthews did
Okay.
knock Thompson out of the top 5.
Oh, so okay.
Yeah, if I'm feeling a little better if I'm I'm feeling a little better if I'm Yokoyama right now.
So Kuznetsov is going to be P7.
We gotta look at the bottom of the chart. Oh, we got a spin.
There goes Redman.
Minor setback. Yeah, I think that's right. Bottom 5 are all. I think the 9 might have just barely made the race.
Wait, how many qualifying groups are there?
Just the 2.
Oh, damn. I thought there were gonna be like 3.
Are you doing 2 rounds or just 1?
This was round 2.
Yeah,
no, I mean like you set the field and then you take like the top whatever.
still debating on whether to do a third last chance round.
Okay. And you're starting 40?
Yes.
Okay, I've got the Ackland card done.
I'm thinking about something like it's unrelated, it's for AmeriCar, but I'm thinking about finishing editing Mont Tremblant and have it go as the last race that I need to add to this because I like that track a lot. Ah, shit, I dropped something on my keyboard.
All
Okay,
right.
got the
So here are the combined times.
Wow, that gap from like 9th to 24.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty tight.
Yeah.
That's
But-
about a tenth of a
Less
second.
than a tenth.
Yeah.
So it's Billy Ray Smith Thompson on pole.
Let's go down a bit, see who is either going to be headed to the...
So it's Todd
Yeah.
Abadrabo with the last time that would make the race if we were doing straight up qualifying.
That's what I thought. I thought the 9 was going to be on the right on the bubbler. Yeah, and that he is.
Oh shit, Mark survived.
So, what should I do? Do I leave them? Do I award wildcard spots or do a last row shootout?
For what?
Last row shootout might not be a bad idea.
Last year shootout for what? 39th and 40th or 41st and 42nd?
Or just a last chance session and lock in like the top 30 or 36?
Um.
And it's for 40 spots.
Okay, last row shootout. Last row shootout, 10 lap race. Something History Battler brings up.
You do like a 5-minute session for the last row.
I was going to say that I think if you have I don't think you'd have too much of a different result unless you have the unless you're going for 41st and 42nd, and then I think it'd be a bit of a different story.
Hmm.
But you did say you wanted to start 40 in this, so
That's the catch.
You know what? I
Promoter
could
three.
start 42.
I'll say promoter throws money at FARC, saying, "Yeah, here you go. Here's the prize money for 41st to 42nd," and then just have like a session with those guys.
I do have it set up where top 50 scores points anyway.
Yeah.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do: a last row shootout for 41st and 42nd. Here we go.
are all Burr cars gonna go home? Oh no.
Pick the bigger embarrassment, Burr here or Carlin in the Indy 500 this year.
Well, considering Burr has zero money and Carlin has some money.
The
And
Rammer.
McLaren. The
Yes,
Rammer, I
and
love it.
McLaren, yes.
Some money is better than no money.
All right.
I think I've had Photoshop crash.
Oh, live stream.
All right, let's hope this was just a
There we
hiccup.
go.
Yeah, I think it was.
All right, last row shootout. It's going to be Dick Kroll, Michael Chester, and then the 3 Team Burr cars.
What is this rammer?
Oh, that's just a player car I came up with.
Ah,
If uh if I wanted to stop AI cars from getting stuck in their pit loops, but never used it.
okay.
I think I have my I think my player car for Master Cup is just the D is like a default looking car. I don't have the Vicker collision ramp. Oh, that is a, needless to say, pretty amusing looking car. Might have to do something similar.
All right, 5 minutes. Gonna change up the weather.
Good luck, you sons of bitches.
Just making sure I'm on the right scene. Is the stream looking fine for everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yippers.
Okay.
Yep.
Everyone's just waiting in the pits.
In before no one goes out.
And that is orange
Everyone
plastic
waits until, like, the
fencing
very
over the
last
grill on the 69.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
Yes.
A whole minute has passed.
Hey!
It's like Q3 for one
For
race where
NASCAR?
everyone was
California,
trying to.
yeah.
Oh, we have a car.
No, not California, but there's one F1 qualifying session where they all waited to the last minute, but unlike California where they all fucked it up, everyone went out because they're F1 teams and they know how to count.
Well, 2 cars have gone out.
And since there's only 5 of them, they pretty likely everyone's gonna have a clean air run, or at least mostly a clean air run.
Jimmy Johnson's still running up front in this race.
That was a good lap from the 96.
I was gonna say, I think that might have been fast in his first run out.
Oh, it was. Absolutely. I think.
Not quite.
That's pretty close. Pretty close then.
Yeah, 0.2 off of his fastest from first session.
17.6.
All right, different weather.
17.8, and it's actually sunny, so it should actually be pretty detrimental. So I'd say that 17.6 is massive improvement.
All right, so all the bottom 5 cars are now on track.
Looks like they're all going to get a clean shot.
Alright, so far it is Michael Chester and Empire Rent-A-Car. Well, from the first sessions, locking Team Burr out. Can they get in?
All the duct tape in the world better help. Oh, wow.
17-1.
85 car. Empire put a good piece together.
That's basically top
And it
2
went faster.
qualify, right? Who's
Yeah,
the
this
That one
96
is
again?
top 2.
None of these cars went faster than a 17 in the other 2 sessions.
I think that also might be due to having way more cars on track, so that's why the times were a lot slower.
Yeah,
Who's the 96 again?
Chester.
Oh.
It is Dunn's car.
John Burr back on track.
1 minute.
Can John Burr pull the miracle of San Antonio? I highly.
All the duct tape in the world better hope you get in there, John.
It's just the power of
Me.
some spit and some elbow grease.
18-7. Ugh.
Yikes.
I think that was his outlap.
And
No,
he
it's
has no
18-1.
elbow grease.
16.
That's an
Oh,
18.
yeah, outlap, yeah.
16-9. Jeez.
Well, the 85 looks like he's firmly in the field.
Yeah.
17-9.
So his next lap had better be better.
He either get
It's got to be better than a 17-7.
a 17. Oh, needs
he's
to be
not
better
gonna do
than
it.
a
17-8, nope.
16. Nope.
He does have one more lap.
Yeah, this lap will
Yeah.
count.
Well, I guess the deities did not want John Burr to qualify.
Nope, 17-9.
Yet they actually didn't.
The racing god said, not today, John.
Dick Kroll's getting some decent seat
Wait.
time in that 85.
Yeah.
Dick Kroll.
Gradually getting faster.
Yeah, Dick Kroll never been in a race car before, but he planted that car on the top of the last chance session.
Okay, confession. I had a really dumb moment, and you guys are saying John, and I'm like, why are you talking to me? And I realized John Burr's one of the.
It's okay, my friend.
I'm like, what?
Kroll and Chester. Same
Team
order,
Burr-
too.
Yeah.
Yep, so nothing changed.
Yeah, literally the same order.
Bobby Dwyer did go faster than David Bloom.
Oh. For a second, I thought NBC did that mirror filter on Kevin Harvick's face. Ty Dillon blow up or Ty Dillon? Who cares?
I think he's just dropped.
He's last, so
Oh yeah,
I can
there was a
believe if he
caution
blew
when I
up.
walked in, so
oh, maybe
He
that
might
was
have.
that.
I was in the kitchen
Quinn
making
Huff
my
is
dinner.
actually
So
last.
No, it says Ty Dillon's 38th.
I just looked at NASCAR Live leaderboard.
Lol, Ty Dillon. Herculean effort, and all he had to do was overtake Quinn Huff.
I think
Alright.
Huff is off the track.
That's even funnier.
And here is your starting lineup for the FARC season opener. Hooray.
oh yeah, Ty Dillon, last place. He sounds so enthused.
I think for the first time, Noah Dalitz outperformed Kerry Fenton in qualifying. So Fenton's tied with Durbin.
Just a minute.
Arianola was much faster in the testing I've done, but he barely made it in. Okay, not quite barely, but he's way, way down, along with Durban Sport Cars.
Okay, I have a question. How many events are going to coincide with the TM Master Cup? Companion events, I mean.
Likely 3. So it's
Okay.
this race, Road America, and Cicero.
Oh, okay. Alright, I wish I knew that earlier. That's my own fault, though.
It's not too late to plan around that.
No, it just means that there's 2 races I might enter.
So Dick Kroll and Michael Chester come out on top of the last row shootout, and all 3 Team Burr cars are going home. I think that'll wrap up tonight's qualifying session. I'm not too sure if there's interest. Yeah, if there's interest, I will definitely stream more of these. And sometime soon, I think I'll stream the ASCC race from San Antonio as well. So until next time, thank you all for joining me. Good night.
Night.